Ice cream, you know my rule about men eating soup in public. I don't think it's manly to go like that with a soup and you're blowing on it. It's just not a good look. I think the same thing for ice cream. You should save that for vacation. A grown man, especially the president, should not be licking ice cream in public.
Fox News tackling the important issues once again, getting real down to brass tacks about what matters in this country.
To go like that with a soup and you're blowing on it, it's just not a good look.
But they do make, in a moment, an interesting point. You might be very surprised who on the left is agreeing with them. So, should Joe Biden be eating ice cream? He's a human being. Ice cream's delicious. I don't see any issue with that. Should Joe Biden be eating ice cream publicly? Let's hear a little bit more of the most fake angry, fake outraged, fake issue-oriented Jesse Waters speaking about Joe Biden. And is it manly to be eating ice cream publicly? Is it presidential?
A grown man, especially the president, should not be licking ice cream in public, especially while he's talking about life and death. When a woman is dead in Georgia, when there's a ceasefire underway, possibly in the Gaza Strip, it sends the wrong message, Greg. And I don't think anybody's scared of him. And it's almost like if you were running this operation behind the scenes, I would make him lick ice cream like that in public to make him look weak and stupid and old.
I mean, he went with Seth Meyers after a television appearance. Was it live? No, it was pre-taped. And he did a hard-hitting interview that was pre-interviewed and pre-arranged, where he did list off this great list of his accomplishments in the 4 years thus far of his administration. But he went on to make this point about his ice cream eating.
Now, if I were Biden and I was losing to Trump and my party wanted to put me out to pasture and swap me out for a younger, better-looking liberal, the Mideast and Europe were at war and migrants are murdering our women, the last thing I would do, go out for ice cream with a comedian and then lick it when they ask about the border.
Of course, while mid-ice cream criticism, he just throws in while migrants are murdering our women, which is not an epidemic that he does try to make it seem.
Why did you order now this morning? You're going on Thursday. Why don't you
I've been planning to go Thursday. What I didn't know is my good friend apparently is gone.
Seth Meyers took his grandpop out for ice cream to make him feel better for forgetting his lines. Here you go. Good job, Joe. You want a sugar cone?
So it is strange to be doing a rare press conference that you don't often like to face the press while hiding behind the comfort of an ice cream cone. Is it the best look? I don't know that it is. And here is who agrees with Jesse Waters and with me. Jon Favreau, the former Obama speechwriter and host of Pod Save America, had this to say about the general public demeanor of Biden these days and how he appears to those watching.
If you watch Joe Biden speak, oftentimes, he sounds frail, and he sounds more frail than he used to. He shuffles more because of the arthritis in his back. So for most people in the country who are just watching him be president, what do they see when they turn on the television? They see him shuffle, and they hear him, and he's swallowing a lot more of his words now.
You do see Biden's even strongest supporters publicly saying that he does not appear fit to run for office. So should he be out there one of the few times you see him speaking publicly, eating ice cream, looking like a old man lost in a park, walking around with treats? I mean, it's going to, as you know, lead Fox News to take it to the next level and say things like this.
You know who lights up for ice cream? Children and the elderly. There's a reason caregivers deliver ice cream to their patients in nursing homes. According to the Alzheimer's Association, ice cream is a favorite for people with diminished faculties. Quote, ice cream has the power to immediately elicit soothing feelings at the very first taste of a single spoonful. It erases all the negative feelings related to the frustration and continues to stimulate pleasure receptors in the brain with every new scoop. Now, obviously, I'm not diagnosing Biden with Alzheimer's, but you see what's going on here? They clap when he puts his sunglasses on. They treat him for ice cream to make him happy. He's got his little Corvette, his toy car that he's so proud of, that he keeps his special folders next to.
You see, he is not diagnosing him with Alzheimer's while definitely diagnosing him with Alzheimer's and quoting the Alzheimer's Association. And you know this is going to happen. Not that you should let the press that is disingenuously oftentimes trying to take you down dictate how you publicly speak, but you should be aware of optics. And when you did turn down a 125 million person audience to speak to the nation on issues during the Super Bowl, and instead you signed up for TikTok, you are not doing much to dispel the image that you are an old man who might be too old for the highest office in the planet, and are instead talking about really old man type of things. Lisa Jesse Waters and all of Fox News questioning every part of the way he publicly exists as a leader of our nation. Now, of course, there are things to criticize. Similarly, towards Donald Trump, he confuses things. And is it more manly to do this? That ain't the manliest thing I've ever seen. Nor does the president have to be a man, which is an assumption that Fox News makes, as though you can't be a leader and not appear super manly. But again, at the same time, when you are being criticized for not answering questions well, for constantly misspeaking, perhaps going for group ice cream field trips is not the move.
I've been planning to go Thursday. What I didn't know is my good friend apparently is gone.
Doesn't make you look great. So should Joe Biden be replaced on the ticket? I think it should have happened a long time ago for him to have dropped out. Will it be a brokered convention? I think it's quite likely that that will happen. And if not, I think we are not in a great position going into this election. You'll have a good team around him in the White House should he be reelected. And I think more very positive things can happen for this country. But will we get to that crucial place when a man is clearly not presenting as strongly as he should be? Well, that's another story, and it doesn't look great. So I do hope that whoever's in charge of trying to make this president look young and hip instead perhaps convinces him that you can have a lot more ice cream if you're not running for president and then leading the nation and de facto the world, and perhaps let somebody else have a chance. Somebody who's younger and who you don't have to carefully manage everything that they say and do, because the stakes are too high. I'm Ben Glebe for Rebel HQ. You can follow me at Ben Glebe on Instagram for lots more content.